Is starting the stream now.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, so the stream is up. Welcome everybody. It's Monday. Not gonna have the camera on today, but let's get ready to dive into the charts. Like I said, it's Monday, June 16th. GJ, my favorite pair. We finally got above that zone we were looking at the past couple of weeks. So as soon as this screen shares pulls up, it's taking forever to share. But how you feeling about trading so far, Ty?
Man, I am feeling amazing. Listen, when I'm in the slums, or anybody, when anybody's in the slums, you can really tell that they're in the slums. And me, myself, had been a little afraid to get excited or to share information if something were to go in my favor because I was worried that it would backfire. But I'm so excited after seeming like clawing my way through. I'm actually doing it. I passed a challenge, waiting on a $15,000 payout. I just want to rinse and repeat so I can do this all the time and I can give these jobs back to the economy, help somebody else.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm excited for you.
Yes.
That's big. So
Yeah.
so remember when we talked before, when you're going through your trial and I told you, we all go through it, right? And it's no joke. We all do.
Right.
It's the ones that stick to it that persevere.
Yeah, and man, I'm gonna tell you, I was ready to throw in the towel. I mean, it was really helpful for you to kind of talk to me when I was at my low at that point, and you talked me through it, and you were very, very patient, and I really appreciate it. I needed it, and then when you reached out to me again, I felt in my spirit like I was ready, and now I feel like my results are showing I'm really ready.
Yes, and that's I think too. Um, Again, I'm not where I want to be with my trading, right? I'm not a five. Well, I've hit the 5 figure mark. I'm not a 6 figure trader yet. I'm like anybody else. I've blown accounts. I've blown multiple accounts. I've been through it. I've made money. I've lost money. So I like when I talk to people, I want them to see the both sides, but I really want them to see the side of sticking to the plan, following the plan, and just following through.
And that's been the key part for me, for you to help me to come up with a plan. And then two, for me to go ahead and realize that I can't cheat the plan. I gotta stick to the plan. I gotta do exactly step one, step two, and go on from there. Otherwise, it's gonna be a monkey wrench thrown in the plan and it's not gonna work. So that has been instrumental in helping me get to the next level. So I know you say you're not a six-figure trader yet. I feel like you are. I think you're just kind of holding yourself back a little bit
It's
because you don't think you are, but I know you are because we fit to get there together. Because I know I am. I know I am.
it's for sure. It's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
I think this year I'll hit the 5 figure mark.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
5 figure mark. So
Yeah.
especially with the help of prop firms, I think
Hmm.
it's definitely done. So
And you got the patience and the discipline, and that's the biggest thing. You gotta have patience, gotta have discipline.
yeah, for sure. So let's kind of take a look at GJ. We have been in a bullish trend for the longest, and even within the bullish trend, there have been some selling opportunities. So I'm just going to kind of mark off these areas. So once we hit this high up here, May 13th, to about May 14th. We ended up coming right back down. It did a nice little pullback and then down further. And we really just kind of bought off of a lower area, right? Like right here, this little lower high on the 4 hour.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I always tell you guys, even in the bullish market, there's going to be selling opportunity. So like this right here would have been a selling opportunity here. So you see how price comes down and then it pulls back. You got your bearish engulfing candle. It drops, comes right back to it. Dropped again. Came back to it another time, dropped again, but it continued to drop a little further after it pulled back. So, there's going to be those opportunities and whatnot. But eventually, bulls came into the market and were able to push the market back up and retest it here. So we had a retest of the zone around May 29th, and then another retest of the zone around June 10th. So I'm looking at it, I'm seeing those higher low areas being printed out. And I ended up taking a trade yesterday. I was in the trade earlier. The price pulled back to it's close to my entry right now, but I'm actually just going to trail. I got my stop loss here, just trailing with Hakanashi candles. So we're at our area of interest right now. We got a break. This candle did break and kind of closed above. I would have liked for this candle to stay above the zone. So for right now, I'm just going to say this is going to be the area that we watch, 196.401 to 196.205. Yeah, that 205 price range. Would like to see if it retests where my entry is and continue up. So this is not financial advice. I'm just telling you guys what I'm looking at. So in order for me to take another buy, I need for us to kind of get back above this zone. So I've already posted this picture in the chat, in the WTO chat. For us, or for everybody else to kind of follow along. What I want you guys that are watching is to kind of ask yourself some questions. What is the obvious prevailing trend? Where does the pullback happen and for how many pips? And what time frame, what time, trying to see how I want to ask this question. What time frame / what time would you have taken a trade? So somebody just sent me a text. We were just talking about GJ on the earlier Zoom. They said, look at GJ is retesting that level it broke. So since it's retesting, I would have set an alert right up here at that orange line, which is 196.400 and 196.230. So that's where I would be looking to enter. I set my take profits 50, 75, 50 to 75 pips for an intraday play, and then 100 plus for a swing. I'm actually swinging this for the week. That's why I have some higher targets. And I'm thinking about moving my take profit on up to the 198.098 that is going to take some time as well. But that's kind of just what I'm seeing. I don't want to add another position until this trade kind of moves at least 50 pips into profit. So, like I said, I basically we were here Sunday night to Monday. So what I'm looking for is basically this move here, following the blue path. This is what I'm looking for. So if I go to the hour time frame, let's see what we got on the hour. So yep, we got that retest on the hour. Need this candle to close, and I would like to see a nice bullish candle. So I would set like an alarm right here to let me know, hey, it's possibly time to get in for that buy once it takes that 1 hour high. So kind of just talk about my entry from Sunday night to Monday. So I see this where this blue line is, this horizontal ray, price held that support level for a number of hours. So if you just count those candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So when I see something like that, my eyes kind of like get big, and I'm kind of saying, hey, this is what I want to look out for, right? Because price is holding the level for a number of hours, which kind of indicates exhaustion. You notice the wicks, right? Notice those wicks there. And price failed to push lower. So I know a lot of people would have thought, well, right up here where I had the potential buy stop at 195, 792, people would have said, oh, well, that's the high. Price is going to sell off the high. You're right, it did. But from that entry price, what you have to ask yourself is, if we're in a bullish market, would that not be a pullback? So the answer would be yes, because down here, this area is higher than the previous low on over to your left. Give me 1 second. Somebody asked me to share this link, so I'm going to share this. I'm a part of like 3 different communities that I help run, so it's I know our power just went out. Yeah, I think so too. Let me join from my phone real quick so I can finish up this call, and then we can go. All right, give me 1 second, guys, to transition from my laptop to my phone. Okay, Todd, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you just fine.
All right, so my screen stopped sharing though, right?
Right.
All right, so let me come to Zoom. I want to share my screen from my iPad. This is what I love, having an iPad. And I can kind of move around. I think somebody hit a transformer by our house because everything I heard was a loud boom. Anyway, so you should see my screen now, and then let's come over to here. So, what was the last thing you heard me say, Ty? Kind of lost track when I heard that boom.
Excuse me, you were talking about getting into the trade that you were in for and what made you get into it.
Okay, so it's Sunday night. I usually don't trade Sunday nights. I kind of like to let the market do something, like kind of make a sense of the direction of where it's going. But I saw this setup that I could not pass, right? I saw this opportunity that I just could not pass. All right, so guys, we'll kind of delete what I have drawn up here already. So I talked about these candles that are here. All right, I talked about these candles right here, right? So you see how we held that level for a number of hours? So when the market opened up, on Sunday, all right, this is what it pushed down, hit this level of support, and started to go up, right? So once it made that high, it reverses. So like if you had, let's say you had a zone, let's say you had a little zone that was right here. So for me, when I mark off my zones, I just include the wicks like that there. But I'm going to change my box to something like this here. So would that not be previous support turn resistance?
Absolutely.
All right. So remember, this is on the hour time frame. So if I was looking for sales, I could look for my goal, right? 25 to 50 pips or 75 pips. But one thing that I've noticed about GJ is when it pulls back, it likes to pull back a certain amount of pips, if that makes sense. So from this area here, right, for this pink area, it fell 69 pips, right? When it comes back and retests that zone, right, it retests for and dropped, let's see. Let's say if you would have gotten in from here, that's 37 pips. So when I was taking this trade, I was like, man, we're not, I see us trying to move down, but we're not really moving like this, right? We're not moving like this. This is when I would have been like, yeah, okay, bearish, boom. Then I would say, yes, we're bearish. But once this pink zone I drew here and I drew a zone here, I was like, man, this is holding up support. Now, I don't look at lower time frames, but let's just do something really quick. Let's look at the 15-minute and see what we can see. So again, right now, you guys are just like looking into the brain of Micah when he's trading. So what do we see on the 15-minute chart? See the double bottom?
Yeah, I see that.
Right? So now if I move the zone over and I change the pink to a different color, can you see where the market does a break? So this right here is your breaking candle, right? So Todd knows this, but for those that are just like watching and you're new to watching my channel, this is what I kind of have my new people who are trading with me to do. Breaking candle. Okay. Retest. Retest as a higher low. Or you can say retest as support. It's not wrong. Retest as demand, however you want to look at it, right? I'm going to just say retest as a higher low. So once I started to see this, it's like, okay, cool. 15 minutes says, hey, we are still what? So we're not bearish. We are still
bullish.
We're still bullish. All right. We are still bullish. Now, if I was looking for a sell, I would have been looking for the sell either right up here or right here. But again, that's selling a pullback. I'm not really trying to counter trend trade like that and whatnot. So, I'm fine with missing out on the sell opportunity. I'm more so looking for a buy opportunity. All right. That's what I'm looking more so for. So that was the reason why I took my buy off of those levels where you see my entries are. Really solid moves to catch. So I'm going to post this in the chat. So what I'm in the works of doing is this. I'm going to either create a Discord channel or a Telegram channel and save screenshots of charts with notes on them. And then if you join that channel, you can kind of compare your markup to my markup and see, okay, what did I not see that Micah saw? Or what do I see that Micah doesn't see, right? So it's just helping you kind of get in the mind of how I trade and what I'm looking for and everything like that. Oh, this was another good buy opportunity down here. You see that, Ty?
I sure do.
Sheesh. That was another. Saw a breaking candle, pullback retest a couple times, and then went up, came back to it, retest again, come back to it, retest again, back to it, retest again. How many times was that? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, 7 entries off of one little area. Love it. All right, so we got a brand new hour coming up. So now I would be waiting for this area. But again, there's nothing wrong with the lower time frames. Micah just doesn't look at it because I don't like to look at my chart every 15 minutes. I'd rather wait an hour or 4 hours for my trade to play out. So as you guys can see, even on the 1 hour time frame in this little area that's blue, where I got the breaking candle and then the retest is a higher low, I went ahead and just stayed in that trade because I recognize we are still bullish. Still bullish. Hey, the power's back on. Good.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So that's what I was seeing on this trade. Like I said, I'm not going to add another position just yet. I'm going to kind of wait for the 4 hour to, well, it's kind of doing it now. So I might have a buy stop at 196.401. But Ty, of course, check the group since you're in the group.
Okay, I will.
But for those that are not, if you're just watching this, see what happens, right? Take a trade on demo account. I'm not telling you the lot size to use because of one, I'm not a professional trader. This is my disclaimer. I'm not going to tell you your lot size. I'm not going to tell you your stop loss. I'm not going to tell you your take profit. That is up to you to know and understand. I'm not telling you to take this buy. I'm not telling you to take a sell. I'm just telling you what I am doing. So you can take it as is. But I really just want you guys to understand why I am taking my trade. So that's kind of just what I'm seeing, looking for this to continue on up since I got the retest of this area. And if I had to be precise, it would have been right off of this wick as well too. So definitely would have got it if I had a buy limit sitting in there, would have been in profit. So we are just waiting to see. I can't add another position until I can get above 196.485. So I'm okay with waiting. That's just me. But you got any questions though, Ty?
No, I think that was a great explanation. I'm going to set some alerts and wait with you.
All right. So, yeah. So you know how to set alerts on Trade Locker, right?
I think so.
So if you hold, you should see like this plus button that popped up.
Oh, yes.
You just hit that.
Okay.
Yeah, click that, and then
Alert.
hit alert. And then you could just go to your settings. You go to your settings, chart panel. Is it the chart? I'll find it in.
Okay.
Because it should just pop up on your phone. There was a message that talked about the alerts. If I can find it, I'll send it to you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
I just can't think of where it is right now.
Well, I have it set at the top of the
candle
body there on the 1 hour.
Okay. So, all right. But
all right, thank you.
I'm gonna do more of these, like 30-minute sessions, like markup sessions. Probably at least 2 or 3 times a week. If not Sunday, Monday for sure, since Makai is not home.
Okay.
Because my son is not home.
Okay, Sunday and Monday. Got it.
Yeah, Sunday. It'll probably be Sunday and Monday. And then I'll let you guys know in the group chat during the week about Tuesday or Friday. Now, Friday, I definitely could do something in the morning, but it'll be for New York only.
Okay, that's fine for me.
New York. So around, I'll say 8:30, 9 o'clock. And it will be 8:30 and 9:30 will be the start time. So, yeah, we'll go from there. So, all right. I hope that was helpful.
It was, and I hope that the power doesn't go back out again, and y'all have a good night.
All
Enjoy
right.
y'all's walk.
I'm gonna log out on Zoom. I'm going to drop this in the Yo, what's up, Mo? I didn't even see you as in the waiting room, bro. You good? You can unmute. I'm about to stop this.